I say thank you, Lord, for the gift of life, for grace, for his mercies, and above all, for giving us the strength to get through yet another week. So when we got off today, I went to the store to get the things that we'll be needing for this week. I usually do that on Fridays so that my weekend can get a little bit easier for me. We got off today at about 5 and then we headed to the store. Luckily for us, the boss was on time today and it was a bit easier. So when we got back, I said to myself it would be an easy evening because I came back by almost 7 p.m. I honestly thought that this evening was going to be an easy one after dealing with almost 20 something case today. But boy, oh boy, was I mistaken? Hell yeah, I was mistaken. But when we got back, there was a costume waiting for us. It was Halloween costume that the shelter decided to share amongst the kids. I really didn't open it up to find out what Kendrick had, but I guess we would find out during Halloween. I decided to give Kendrick some bananas first. Lately, Kendrick has been doing amazingly well with bananas, and I'm just praying to God that he stays that way because this boy, trust me when I say, he switches up on you real fast. 1 minute he loves this and you think in your head, oh, you found what he likes, and the next minute he doesn't even want it close to him. He has been in good terms with bananas, and I'm just praying to God that that stays that way. I didn't really have anything that I planned to eat this evening, and so I remember that I had the leftover rotisserie chicken in the fridge. I just thought to myself, this chicken would be my dinner for tonight before I call it a night. For some days now, I've been coming back a little bit earlier, and then I get to just get dinner from the shelter. But because we came back by 7 today, dinner was already done and over. Dinner here at the shelter is usually served by 5 to 6 p.m. And so I just had the chicken and then I started getting ready to get our laundries done. The weekends here at the shelter is usually very busy because up here there are 12 families in total sharing the wash and dryer. And so the weekends everybody won't do laundry and all. That's why when I get back on Friday, I try to do as much as I can to make sure I don't have a lot to do on Saturdays and on Sunday. That way, I'll keep my weekend a little less busy and then I can get some rest too. But anyway, I got laundry started and then I started to feed Kendrick. He has been trying a lot of new things, and also at daycare, he gets to pick 1 or 2 things from his plates. Even though he throws it around and all, he's getting better with eating. So we got that out of the way, and then I gave him a bath. Taking a bath is one thing, getting Kendrick out of the bathtub is another thing. This boy just want to spend the whole evening in the bathtub, forgetting that I have 1,000,001 things waiting for me that I need to do. But anyway, I managed to get him out of the bathtub, and honestly, I was wanting to just put him on my back and try to get him to sleep so that I can do every other thing that I needed to get done, and which I did. That was a big mistake, guys. That was a very big mistake. Stick with me, fam. You would find out why I said that was a very big mistake. I got everything that I got from the store out of the bag and started to separate what I need to go in the fridge and what I need to stay in the room. This is how I do it. Some things go in the fridge and some things stay in the room. Now some of you have asked why I don't have a little fridge in my room. This room is just a single room. I do not have a lot of space for all of that, and that's why I do not want to have a fridge in here because Kendrick needs space to run around and all. So we made it to the fridge and I started to put off my stuff. My space in the fridge is just the top part, and the other family 4 has the bottom side and all. When I tell you guys that this is what Kendrick did, I felt something cold on my back. I didn't know that the baking soda that was kept in the fridge, probably to just keep the fridge smelling fresh, Kendrick picked it up and poured I tell you guys, everything in the fridge, on my back, and everywhere on the floor. When I tell you guys that I took a minute, I was almost in tears. I almost started crying. I'm not even joking. I felt it in my soul. Then I had to start cleaning the fridge. If it was my personal fridge, I would have probably just left everything and go to sleep. But again, the other family has more space than me in the fridge. I just could not leave everything that way. I had to sweep, I had to mop, I had to clean everything. If anyone has worked with baking soda, you know how it feels sandy and all. So I had to clean everything. I wanted to just wipe him down and just let him go to sleep. But again, when I checked, this boy had baking soda in his clothes, his inner clothes, everywhere. And because I really didn't know the effect of baking soda on the skin, I just couldn't let him sleep in that. So guys, I had to take off his clothes completely again. I had to give him a bath again, and I had to change his clothes. I know you're wondering already why I'm backing him with a towel. That's because the first blanket that I have, I put it in the wash already. The second one that I had was what I had on him when he poured all of the baking soda everywhere, and so I didn't have any other blanket to put him on my back with. I just had to use the towel. It wasn't wide enough, but I was able to manage that and still put him on my back. At this time, guys, if you are still with me, you know that it is super late already. This boy was singing and he didn't want to go to sleep. I finally looked at the time and it was 10:50 before this boy finally started dozing off. I don't know what it is, but today today was something else. I finally put him on the bed and took a deep breath. The whole floor was just covered in baking soda, from my clothes to every part of this room. I'm not even kidding. And so I swept and also had to mop the room. I wanted to mop the room initially so that I can just wash the bathroom in the morning. So with the floor and everywhere covered in baking soda, it just needed to be done. When I tell you guys that I was tired, my spirit was tired, my body was tired, but I just had to push through and get this done. In the midst of it, I was going back and forth and taking out our laundries from the washer, because one thing I don't like doing also is leaving my clothes in the washer where other people needs to get things done, and then they put in your clothes on top of the washer. They would get it out for you, but they would just have to leave it on the top of the washer and dryer. And so I'm always making sure I get my stuff done. When I checked the time this time around, it was past 12. I said to myself, I'm definitely gonna go to bed by 1 again today. I was honestly contemplating whether to leave the clothes and just fold it up in the morning, or just get it all done to where I get it out of the way. I finally managed to fold them. You can see me yawning while I fold this 1,000,001 clothes that I have on here. I started to put them up also. Boy, was I tired. I was tired. Was I sleepy? Hell yeah, I was more than sleepy at this point. I was just asking God to please keep my eyes open for another 10 to 15 minutes, because when I tell you, after dealing with 20-something kids, now dealing with all of this was really a lot for me today. Finally, I was able to get everything done. If you love my videos, please keep sharing. Thank you.